what you're missing. Have you driven a Ford? Lately.
Hey everyone, been working on this 1976 Mercury Monarch. Not very much of a Ford guy, as you can see. There's my Cutlass, but I really like this car. I enjoy driving it, but it wanders down the road real bad. Like it's bad. Just trust me on that. And I've been trying to think what's been going on with this thing. And I checked the ball joints, they were fine. Checked the steering, it's kind of bad, but it doesn't have any play in it when you shake the wheel. So I took off the driver's side wheel because I noticed most of it, the car would want to wander to the left for the most part. Boy, did I get a surprise when I took off the wheel. And this is what I saw. Right there. You see that? That's the bottom of the shock. There's the rest of the shock. All the way up there. The shock's split in half. So, I went ahead and bought two brand new shocks for the front. We got them here. This is by Monroe. This is the Quick Shock Ultra Plus, whatever other word they can add to it. And I was trying to figure out how this thing came out, because I'm used to GM cars, and oh, well, there goes that. But on GM cars, usually you would take the bottom of the, you'd undo the bottom of the shock, and then drop it through the upper arm and down. But you can't do that on this. In fact, I actually have to lift this up because this is supposed to be attached when you're supposed to remove it, but it's all the way removed already. So there's two bolts down here. I'm gonna have to lift this up and disconnect them. I believe they are, you got one bolt right here. Kind of see it. Hang on, I get the flashlight over here. See one right there, and then the other one is just on the other side. But I have to lift this up in order to access it in the back here. And then it comes out through the top here. Got to take off these three bolts. And I'm going to see if I can get this one off without having the whole assembly spin on me, since it's disconnected. Either that, or I'll just take this whole assembly off at once and put it in my vise, and then I should be able to get that nut off. But we'll see. It seems to be straightforward enough. I know getting that bottom piece is going to be a little bit tougher because it's supposed to be one unit, but it's no longer one unit. But yeah, apparently it's the same kind of style as the older Fords. I said in the last video this was more like the Fox body, but I was completely wrong on that. Surprisingly, no one has corrected me yet on that. But these are more like all the way back to like 71 and on Fords, like the Mustang, the Falcon, other cars like that, and their, Mercury and Lincoln counterparts. I'm not sure if Lincoln shared it, but I know Mercury shared some cars. Just like this Mercury Monarch is technically just a Ford Granada in fancier clothes and cool badges. So I think I'm going to just try taking off the top part here and then get the bottom side next. I just want to see if I can get that off. So here's a bit of a progress report. So there's the old one. See, it's snapped in half at the bottom there. And there's the top portion. Might have to take the originals. I mean, they're dry rotted, but they're still good because these are super huge. But yeah, these are the same down here, but the tops are huge. I don't even know if it would fit on here or what. I mean, I guess it might. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so next I'm going to put that in there. Pretty easy to get this out. It was actually easier to take out the back bolt than it was the front. But Yeah, this was not easy. I just took a pair of vice grips here, and then just you know, once I removed this, I just clamped it on there, and then I was able to get that top bolt off. So that was easy enough. So I'm gonna investigate that and see what I can come up with, and I'll let you know my findings. Well, I just got into the working zone and forgot to film, so I'll show you what I did for this side. I had to use kind of a combination here. I end up using the newer gasket on top here because of how long this section is, but I had to use the smaller one in here because the big gasket, if you see, is too big for this. So I guess that kind of works. I mean, I guess you could probably use both, but it worked out like this, and the originals had that smaller bushing, and I feel like this would work out better. I just had to use this one. I was going to use all original, but had to use this one because of the greater space in between. Because on the original, it was like only about that much space. On this one, it was about that much. So, I already started working on this side. Jacked up the lower control arm here. Started working on this. Got all the top 3 bolts off. Just these 3 here and this. And then, yeah, just got to get that. Well, actually, I think I can just pull it out here. And it just comes out the top right here. There's the 2 bolts. Or studs, I should say. So, there's that. Okay. Got the old strut out, which I showed in the last clip. And sorry I got the fan on. It's just so hot in here. It's like 90 degrees today. So, got the 2 bushings here. Got the original one here. Barely even. That's still good. We're going to use this as the top one, just like the other side there. So what we're going to do, take this. We want these 2 prongs like that. I'm going to insert her in like that, kind of an angle. I'm gonna pull her down till she reaches just about the bottom, I think. I think that's the bottom. Should be close to it. And here it is in here. See the 2 prongs? We want to just kind of slide those into there like that. So there you go. It's pretty much that easy. What we're going to do though, we're going to bring it back here. We're going to tighten down, we're going to tighten down the bolt back there. Then the front one here. Actually, no, sorry. Need to tighten the front one, this one, or at least get it started. Then we go up here, put this cap on here, along with the bolts. Make this kind of tight, just like kind of like start the nuts on here. Then we put that on top. Then we can finally get enough room to access that back bolt. At least that's how I did on the other side. I know it doesn't quite make sense, but trust me, it works every time. 100% of the time, 70% of the time. Well, got both sides done. Pretty much did the 2 bottom bolts first, so I was wrong what I said earlier. So it's both bottom bolts. Do the front one, then the back one, and then you get the 3 on the top. Pretty easy. I'm gonna take this thing for a test drive now. I'm not sure if I'll be able to record it though. I want to make sure that this thing is driving down the road straight, or if it still has to wander, then I think next would be like tie rods, inner and outer, and see what's going on with that. So I'm gonna take this out for a ride, and yeah, see you in a minute. All right, I think I solved the floating problem, or wandering I should say. No, it's gonna be a bit windy, but I take it up to speed here. Steering wheel doesn't go back and forth and it doesn't shake any longer. The road's just bumpy, but it's a whole lot smoother than it was before. Man, this thing is smooth. I barely got to move the steering wheel just to keep it in a straight line. This is a huge, huge improvement. Oh my goodness. If you didn't hear me over the wind, I said this is a huge improvement. I barely got to steer the steering wheel or anything. Car brakes phenomenal. Everything works. Well, I got to fix the left tail light, but other than that, it's good. Man. Come on, is it traffic free? Yes, it is. It's free enough. I love this car. Well, there it is. Just got done with the test drive. Looks like it's good to go. Those shocks really helped a lot. I think you can kind of see them in there. But yeah, that helps a ton. Not having one that's completely snapped in half. Car rides a lot better. Doesn't wander no more. So next, I think we'll have to replace the starter on this. But I'm going to save that for another day. So thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video.